Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself, James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself, James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about a very important topic. And it's sparked by some comments from my last video especially. And on other videos of mine as well. And certain great messages from other content creators as well. In one of these comments, the subscriber wrote, "The worst part was realizing I was taken for a ride by manipulators. Part of that painful confusion was that nobody needed to be deceitful at all. I was so generous and forgiving. They get a thrill out of being unreasonable, and thinking they're outsmarting you. And first off, I want to thank you for your very accurate comment. You see, this shows that narcissists know what they are doing and they have an agenda to derail you and your life. More specifically, your life purpose. Because I believe God has a purpose for us all. Even if it may seem small. That one small good thing that you were supposed to do might spark a domino effect of other good things in other people. For instance, you might get married to a great person that loves you. And you love them. You have a family and you raise your children extremely well. And they go on to use what they have learned from you to do something great for society. One might see having a family as just a part of living. But if done right, it can help shape society for the positive. And the devil knows this fact. So he sends people in your path and in your way to derail you, to trip you up, to get you entangled in all kinds of foolishness, instead of doing things that will enrich your life and the lives of others. You are busy trying to escape an evil, toxic person. And this is the life the devil wants to see you lead. Because here's the thing. And it's something I've thought about again and again and again. If these narcissists weren't narcissists, they would have way better lives. Because oftentimes they will throw themselves in harm's way just to see you squirm and have a hard time. I've seen several cases in my personal life and in the lives of others, where the narcissists did things that flat out made no sense. And that would in turn also make their life harder. But as Ollie has stated before, sometimes you don't know the reasons why some narcissists do certain things in some cases. Until several years have passed. And then you realize, oh wait. This thing that is happening now completely relates to that crazy thing that made no sense. The narcissist in my life did X, Y, and Z. But even still, if you look at what they did in the grand scheme of things, and you look at it through the lens of a normal, healthy person, it still makes no sense. Who could be happy with such an outcome? Who? Sadly, a narcissist. That's who. And this goes back to what I've said. And other content creators like Diatom has said. Narcissists know what they are doing is wrong. And you can prove this by watching how they act in front of others. Why don't they openly manipulate them? Or rage at them? Or whatever kind of nasty behavior your narcissist displays towards you? And the answer is they won't act in such a way with these other people. Because they know if they do, their cover will be blown. And they will develop a rep and no one will want to deal with them. This is why most covert narcissists are super careful who they show their true self to. But going back to the comment that was left that speaks about, none of this didn't need to happen. I too thought that after the fact. And during the fact as well. But after the fact, I said to myself, just why? Why couldn't they be normal? I mean, if they were normal, we could have progressed from one stage of life to the next without a problem. both being happy and loving to one another. But again, this isn't what the devil wants for you and your life. And sadly, I mentioned in this comment, it seemed to take the joy away with being kind and loving to others, if I'm understanding it correctly. And if this is what you meant, I too can relate. Yes. I'm super nice in person. I often talk to strangers. I smile. And I enjoy a good laugh. But there are times, again, I think about why. I mean, I loved this person and cared about them. I didn't have a care in the world and loved them openly and freely. Now, here I'm trying to figure out every little thing. But this goes back to something Tom mentioned in one of her videos. That love is real. And it's out there. You see, the narcissists in this world love to control the narrative because it allows them to inject their emotional poison onto everyone. And they make it unpopular to be loving and kind to others. Or to be romantic to your partner. Again, I go back to many years ago. There were some super tough men that wrote sweet and loving letters to the woman they loved. They might at times bring home flowers to their wife. And lovingly kiss his wife on the top of her head. And give her a hug. And tell her he loved her. Now it's said if you do such a thing in society that you deserve to be taken for whatever you get because you're a sucker. There's a show from time to time I watch. Just to keep a pulse on what some people in society are up to. And each time I watch this particular show, it makes me sad. Because most of the people on the show have very predatory outlooks on how they have relationships. Well, during one of the questions and scenarios the host posed to one of the young ladies was, what would you do if someone you didn't desire basically desired them? And her answer was, give him nothing but use him for whatever I can use him for until he gets the hint and stops calling her. Not, I would politely turn him down. But to use him for whatever she can use him for until he gets the hint. That's all that's happening here. And the same goes both ways in regards to the male and female guest. And it's this attitude of you have to just get used to it. Because this is how it is. Simply put, you have to be a narcissist if you want companionship. And you have to act like you are with a wild animal that can strike at any time. And if it strikes, oh well. That's just life. That's not love. It's not. What that is the society that narcissists and the devil has created so you don't have a chance to thrive. Now here's the thing. Because of that we must use discernment. You must. There is no two ways about it. But there are other people just like you out there in the world. There is someone that you can look at them and tell them you love them without fear of appearing weak. No matter if you are a man or woman. Now for the record. For the guys out there. I'm all about you getting out there and doing some masculine stuff. Hit the gym and pick up some heavy stuff and put it down. And pick it back up again. I'm all about self-improvement for all. And part of that is for the men out there to be masculine. But there was a samurai warrior. I forget his name. That believed you have to have balance in your life. Meaning, you don't just go to the gym and lift weights. But you might write poetry or paint as well. You might not just work on cars or with metal. But you might also play the flute. You might be stern and stoic. But you should also have a sense of humor and the ability to enjoy fun things. And to be able to express yourself. You see, the devil wants you to be scared to death about having any future relationships because of what has happened to you in your past. And here's the thing. Who wouldn't be scared? Right. But this is where faith comes into play. God loves you. God loves you so much. Each time you are hurt, it hurts God. He sees every moment and he sees and feels every tear you've shed. He knows you're lonely and hurt. And he knows you just want to love someone and to be loved. Meanwhile, society is pushing and pushing. That if you believe in love, you are just a target to be used. What we need to do is pray for those people that are following this evil way. Take a step back and ask God to cure your loneliness. Yes. You have to discern. Yes. You have to be careful. We have to do these things until He returns. But no. You will likely find yourself in a situation where you can love again. But this time it will be for real. This time. It will be for real. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.